Yes, guys, welcome back to another vid from Mutal FC, and today we got another banging vid for you. Today we got Week 7 predictions.
Alright, yes guys, we got game week 7 predictions for you, but before we start, real quick, just follow us on Instagram. The link's in the description, and check us out on TikTok as well. The link's also in the description. Alright, so first game of the week, we got Wolves Crystal Palace. I'm going 1-0 to Wolves, because I know that they just conceded a last-minute goal to Newcastle, and they got 2 points down off the 3. But I just think that with their defense, Crystal Palace can't break through. I don't think Zaha's going to have the space to really run at the back 3. But yeah, I'm going 1-0 to Wolves.
Yeah, so I'm going 2-0 to Wolves. I agree with Lach. I think Zaha's going to have a lot less space because of the way Wolves play with that defensive style. So Zaha's not going to be able to counter. So I see Wolves winning 2-0 also because I think Jimenez is playing really well right now. I think 4 goals in 6 games. So I think he's going to continue to score and Wolves are going to win.
No, I gotta go with my homeboy Zaha, man. He's saucing. People said it's only gonna be 2-3 games. My man's saucing. He's carrying Crystal Palace to another level. Wolves, they just don't look the same team this year, right? So I'm going 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Jimenez is gonna get on the score sheet, but Zaha, he's got that saucy skill. This dude needs to move to a better team, please, because he's too good. But yeah, 2-1 to Crystal Palace.
All right, moving on to Man City Sheffield. So I got 2-1 Man City. I think Sheffield United against Liverpool, a pen or not a pen. I think it wasn't a pen because it just wasn't in the box. But as usual, VAR is fucking useless. And then for City, I think Aguero's back, and I think KDB got some minutes in that game as well. So I'm gonna go a brace for Aguero. So 2-1 to City.
I'm going 3-0 to City. Sheffield to me look like a championship team. They do not they made no new buys last year, and I think it's coming back to punish them this year. They deserve to be in the championship. Their defensive style is not working anymore. I think it was a miracle that they stayed up last year. I think Man City are going to bounce back from last week and their last few results, especially with Aguero and De Bruyne back. I think they're going to win by a lot. So Man City 3-0.
Yeah, I think Man City are going to win 2-0. De Bruyne here, I think he came on as a sub against West Ham, so he'll probably definitely start against Sheffield. Sheffield look awful this year. They don't look the same team, so yeah, Man City 2, Sheffield 0.
All right, moving on to Chelsea Burnley. So I don't know, everyone praises Frank and his 2000 IQ, but Edouard Mendy, Senegalese Spider-Man, he had to save them at the end of the day. So I'm going to go 2-0 to Chelsea because I just think Burnley, fuck Burnley. I really want them to get relegated. And I think as much as I don't back Werner, I think he's going to score 2 against Burnley. So I'm going to go 2-0 to Chelsea.
Yeah, so I'm going to go 1-0 to Chelsea. I think Burnley's going to sit back all game, and Chelsea are just going to, get 1 goal. Chelsea's defense looked a lot more improved. I think that's mainly because of Mandy instead of Kepa. I think the commentator in the United-Chelsea game put it perfectly. In that last shot that Rashford had towards the end of the game, if that was Kepa on goal, I think that's in the back of the net. So I think Mendy really changed that team. He's also the first keeper since Petr Cech, who's kept 2 clean sheets in his first 2 league starts. So I have Chelsea winning 1-0.
Yeah, no, I have Chelsea winning 3-0 because Burnley just look awful this year. They just look dead. They don't have the same organization that they had before. But my man, people gotta stop praising Chelsea. Chelsea are a dead team. They play so negative. If you guys saw that United game, you spent 200 goddamn million on your attack, and they didn't get the one chance they got was Pulisic, which De Gea saved, which was a P-roller. I'm sorry, you cannot spend that much on an attack and then sit with 5 against United at Old Trafford when United are weak. They've got 1 point from 9 at Old. You had a chance. Chelsea are a dead team. The defense is dead. The only reason I'm having them win this game is because it's Burnley. We're even deader than that team. But Werner, man, I don't know. I'm starting to think this dude, he doesn't have space to run in behind. So I don't know if he's going to be getting 15-plus goals this season. But yeah, 3-0 to Chelsea just because they have better players.
All right, moving on to Liverpool West Ham. So Liverpool not looking too hot without Big Bird, with the big injuries still, which I love as a neutral. And West Ham and Antonio with the fucking bicycle. That was insane. I still think Liverpool just have a bit too much quality for West Ham, and I think Alisson played against Sheffield, so if Alisson plays against West Ham as well, I'm going to go 2-1 to Liverpool.
Yeah, so I'm also going 2-1 to Liverpool. Liverpool defense is a little shaky. They looked a little worrying at the back last week against Sheffield. I think there's just too much quality with Salah and Mane up top to not get a win. I have Liverpool winning.
I think we all need to fucking respect West Ham, though, guys. First of all, the goals they've given us in the last 2 weeks. Antonio's bicycle kick and Lanzini's worldy shot. Those are just two, like, that's already up there for goal of the season. Both of those goals, such good goals. But West Ham have been insane this season. Like, people think about, like, the performance and the results. Unlucky to lose to Arsenal. I thought they were a better team and they lost 2-1 in the 85th minute. Unlucky. They beat Wolves 3-0, I believe. They beat Leicester as well 3-0 or something. Or no, they beat Wolves 4-0. They drew to Liverpool. To City. Like, they're playing really good. And they drew to Tottenham. Right? They've had a hard start of fixtures and they've done very well. So I think West Ham are getting a draw. At least. 2-2. Liverpool don't look that great. Right? Obviously losing Van Dijk's a big problem. But, like, the dude didn't die. Like, Liverpool fans need to calm down. Depay, like, you don't need to pull your shirt up. Like, chill the fuck out. The dude's alive. Right? I get he's a big player, but chill the fuck out. But yeah, 2-2, I think. I think West Ham are getting something out of this.
All right, moving on to Aston Villa Southampton. So I'm going to go 1-1. I think they're going to split the points because Ings already has 2 assists and matches his total from last year. And the way he's playing, I think he could do what Kane's been doing, racking up like 7 to 8 assists, doing what Firmino's supposed to do, not scoring fucking tap-ins. And then if Grealish can actually pass the ball instead of hog it to Watkins, I think Watkins can get on the score sheet. So I'm going to go 1-1, Villa and Southampton.
Yeah, so I have Southampton winning 3-1. I think this Southampton is a sneaky good team. Like, this is my sleeper team to get into the Europa League. Ings up. You have your striker up top who's might hit 20 goals. You added Walcott, who's going to help out that attack. Walker Peters looks great in the back. I think, defensively he can improve a little bit, but getting up the flank there, he looks great. And if you look at their schedule, they started 0-2, but their last 2, they just beaten Everton. They tied Chelsea 3-3. They kept 2 clean sheets when they played Burnley and West Brom. So, like, they're looking really good. I think they're going to get a win here against Aston Villa. So I have them winning 3-1.
I think Aston Villa were unlucky. Not unlucky, but I think they just had a slip-up last week. So I think they're going to win this game 3-2, though. I think it's going to be a tight game. Southampton played very well against Everton. But I think Aston Villa was just a blip. And I think they'll come back stronger. So I think it's going to be 3-2 to Aston Villa this week.
All right, moving on to Newcastle Everton. So I don't know if you guys saw the post-match interview about the red card with Don Carlo, but he was not happy. And, I don't think it was a red card on Digne, but then again, like, referees are fucking useless, as we know, in England. So I'm going to go 1-1 Newcastle Everton because Murphy had a saucy last-minute free kick goal. So, yeah, 1-1 Newcastle and Everton.
So I'm going for a 2-2 tie. Nothing against Everton. I just think they're missing a lot of players. James is not fully fit also. And I think that Newcastle back with Wilson, Fraser, St. Maximin, I think they'll be able to get a few goals. So, especially he is not going to be there either. So, I have a tie 2-2.
I think, again, it was another blip for Everton. I think Everton will come back stronger. They'll have to bounce back. They look like they have a lot more character this year. So I think they're going to win 3-1. I just don't think Newcastle have it in it. And, like, Newcastle fans will not want to hear that. But they just look spineless. Now, I'll give them credit for getting that free kick against the Wolves, which is a really well-taken free kick. But in that game, like, other than the free kick, I didn't see, like, them equalizing. Now, yeah, Everton will give set pieces and Pickford, like, the dude's a clown in goal. But in terms of, like, players, I think Everton have better players all around the park, and I think they'll bounce back. So, yeah, I think it's going to be Everton 3 and Newcastle 1.
All right, moving on to Man U versus Arsenal. So this is a big game this weekend. I got 2-0 United because I don't really rate Arteta. You can't play Aubameyang at right wing and expect him to score, like, 15-plus goals. I just think with Man United, the way they're looking, Cavani, Pogba, double substitution, it just looked really nice. I could even see Cavani getting a goal in that game if he plays, so I'm going to go 2-0 to United.
So I'm going 3-0 to United. I think they're playing really well. They're playing better as the games go on. And as I say that, they're probably playing shit this weekend, but, I think ours, and also it looks has a Thursday game in the Europa League. United's playing on Wednesday, so that's extra rest. And we also almost beat Daniel James and Juan Mata starting as at the wing. So hopefully Greenwood gets a start. Maybe Cavani gets back in. So I think there's going to be more quality in our lineup. We look like we're playing much better. So I have us getting a 3-0 win.
I'm not gonna count Arsenal out, but I've always said Arsenal fans and people were getting too hyped about Arteta too quickly because they beat Liverpool and City a few fair times and they won a trophy. The FA Cup is good, I'm not gonna lie, but they sat back against Chelsea in the FA Cup final. They played a 5-back. They played the 5-back against Liverpool. They played the 5-back against City. I said you can't get so optimistic about it because next season when they play this season, you cannot play 38 games with a 5-back. Right, because you are going to dominate most of the possession of the game. So Arsenal fans and then they're getting all hyped about Partey. If Arsenal got Partey and Aouar, I would see a good top 4 challenge, probably a title challenge with how the league is right now. But only getting Partey is a more important signing because if Ozil's not going to play, Arsenal don't have enough creative players, right? Bar Ceballos, who's a more deep line playmaker, they don't have a lot of creative playmakers. Pepe's very inconsistent. I didn't think he played very well against Leicester when he came on. Right, it's probably low on confidence. I still think there's a player there that can do really well in the Prem, but it's just very inconsistent with Arsenal. I think United, even though they didn't beat Chelsea, I think it's about taking chances. I think even though United didn't play amazing offensively, if Rashford took either that second, Mendy was amazing. If Rashford took that 1v1 or he took that last chance, we would have won the game. So I think it's about taking chances. I think Cavani could be more fit, so maybe he starts, like Locke said. I think United have more depth and more quality, and the performances since the Newcastle game has only gotten better and better. And defensively, we look good against Chelsea. If Werner and Pulisic can't get behind the Maguire defense, I don't see hope for Aubameyang when he's not playing that well. So I'm going with a 3-1 to United.
All right, moving on to Spurs, Brighton. So I really like the look of Brighton this year. I really appreciate what Graham Potter's done compared to what Chris Hughton done with that side. Trossard, Mopé looking filthy. But I still think Spurs are just going to be a little bit too much for them, so I got 3-1 to Spurs.
Yeah, I also have 3-1 to Spurs. I think Kane and Son right now are just looking like two of the best players in the world. I don't see the Brighton defense stopping them. And then also, Brighton this season against Big Six clubs, they played Chelsea and United, and they played really well those 2 games, but they ended up losing. So I feel like the same result's going to happen here. They might end up playing a good game, but in the end, Spurs' quality, I think it's going to be too much for them. I have Spurs winning 3-1.
I'm going to go 4-3 to Spurs. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Spurs, as we know, can choke a 3-0 lead even at 5 minutes left in the game. But like everyone said, Son, Kane, very good, and Bale is now he's getting more fit, so if he gets a start, I think they'll win. But we know Tottenham's defense is a little sus, so 4-3 to Tottenham.
All right, as usual, fuck Fulham and West Brom. We're going to talk about the lit games. All right, Leeds, Leicester. So I got 2-1 to Leeds. I mean, Bamford, that was insane, especially the goal where he chopped it and then the top bins. But Leicester, Cengiz Under looks good, set up that cross to Vardy for the diving header. I still think Leeds 2-1, just because if Leicester sit back, Leeds can play in possession better than Leicester can. I think if they do get more of the ball, which it looks like they are, they're just going to be too much. So I got 2-1 to Leeds.
Yeah, I also have 2-1 to Leeds. I think Leeds is playing really well right now. He also seems to have adjusted to the Prem tactics-wise. Bamford's playing really well. I don't think anyone will come off a hat-trick without scoring. I think he's definitely going to score next weekend. And Leicester this season seem a little inconsistent. They're beating some teams they shouldn't be beating. They're losing to teams they shouldn't be losing to. So I don't really know. It depends which Leicester shows up to play on Sunday, but I have Leeds winning 2-1.
I think I got it back. I know everyone's saying Leeds are good and they are playing really well, but I think it's going to be a Leicester 3-1 victory. Like Laksh touched on, I think Leeds will be better on possession, but that's when Leicester thrive, usually in my opinion, off the counter-attack. When they have players like Tielemans, I don't know if anyone saw that goal against Arsenal. The first ball that Tielemans plays to Shenik Under is insane. On the half turn, just one time pass. That's an insane pass. So I think if they have that and Vardy, he only played 30 minutes or something like that. So I think he'll start. And he'll always have that space again behind Leeds. That's the only thing I would say with Leeds. The defense is a little shaky. Can get caught in the high line. So yeah, I'm going to go optimistic. I think Leicester 3-1. I think we'll see the better version of Leicester. But you guys let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think Leicester's gonna win? Do you think United are gonna beat Arsenal? Right? Every week we got a big game, right? And so far, I don't think any of us have gotten any of these big games right. We thought Chelsea or United would have goals and no goals in the game. So you guys let us know what you think in the comments down below. But until next time, peace.